Hello guys and welcome back. In this lecture we're actually going to be painting on our character. Okay, we're going to add those shadows, add those highlights that make the whole thing look good and textured. Okay, like this. We're going to turn our character to this. Yeah, so go back to Adobe Illustrator and first things first, select your character and then select the draw inside function here. Activate the draw inside function here, and when you see the box here, you know that now you can draw inside. So we're going to start by selecting our brush here. To select the brush, I have my brushes here. Okay, so I have my brushes here, so select the brush, and of course I'm going to have this copy here so you can access the file and then follow along. Okay, and you have to know that using paints, using this sort of brushes will add weight to your drawing, will add weight to your project, and it might eventually slow down, or it will eventually slow down your computer. So you just have to take note of that. If possible, do not overdo it. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush now, select my brush, and then maybe sample my color and shift X, and then select back my brush. And when I paint now, okay, I won't be able to see what I've painted. I just need to really make this darker. Okay, and when I paint now, you see that my painting appears now inside my my shape. So we're also going to undo this. Okay, and then I'll maybe make it a little bit darker, and I'm just going to come to stroke, and I'm going to use a smaller stroke here. So let's use 0.5 first and see, and immediately you can see that I am now painting inside my shape. I'm just going to paint around like this to give it that shadow kind of look. Okay, I'm going to change my brush to something more dramatic. Let's use this guy and draw. Shift Ctrl Z, and I want to maybe reduce the size to this. So there's no specific way to do this. There's no specific and right way to do this. Just make sure you use the right brush stroke size, and then make sure your highlights and your shadows come to life, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to keep painting. Yeah, keep painting and keep painting. Maybe just take this to 1. It's too much. So we're just going to do it outside so we can have the aftermath effect here. Okay, if that makes sense. And the next thing I'll do is just brighten up my color. Maybe I'll just sample the main color and then try to brighten it up. Good. And then select my stroke. Maybe I'll just use this scanty one, B, the brush. Then maybe I'll just use this. Okay. Maybe we should increase our stroke 0.5 and keep drawing. And already, as you can see, our drawing is beginning to come to life. Let's compare it with what we have here, and you can see that we even have brighter shades here, brighter than what we are currently having. I will not go to the extreme with this. I'm just going to be moderate. Okay, I was a little bit extreme on this one. I won't go too extreme. I'm just going to be a little more moderate. Perfect. Next thing I'll do is sample this darker color, and I want to use the sim brush to just kind of add life to this, maybe make it even a smaller stroke, and then just kind of do this. And maybe I should make it now darker and try to then follow the edges with it. Perfect, guys. So I like what we have here. Might not be as dramatic as the one here, but I think this will suffice. Next, we select our selection tool. Okay, and then click out of our draw inside function. Now the next thing is to select the other part of the hair and then draw inside. And if you do want to add more drawings or more painting to the ones we have done already, all you need to do is just come and double click. So when you double click, you get inside the shape, and now you can maybe add more drawings. Okay, so that's the way to add more drawings or edit what you have done. Perfect. So just click and click, and you are now out of the shape. So select our next shape and draw inside. Take our brush and start to draw. Maybe make this darker, and then use the stroke size like this, and even maybe this. Let's try to draw. Let's compare with what we have here. Okay, let's continue our drawing. Let's just brighten up. Sample this guy. Sample our main drawing and just brighten it up a bit so as to add Ctrl Z, Shift X. Let's give it this stroke. Dot. One thing you can do is just keep selecting back the tool. So when you select back the tool, you can put the stroke size, and it's going to now work in case you are experiencing some of the problems I'm experiencing here. Perfect. So we have the shadows, we have the midtones, and we have the highlights. We could even create another layer of highlights, make this brighter again, and just maybe change the brush to this one. Okay, and then make this brighter and select your stroke size, and yeah, now we have another layer of highlights, brighter highlights. Okay, so that's the way to add shade, or that's the way to kind of shade your or color your artworks. You have to have the highlights, the midtones, and the shadows. Okay, maybe I should add more shadows to this point. So and select your eyedropper tool, take your paint, and do this. Okay, we can even make our stroke smaller, maybe 0.15 rather. Okay, and it's even way thinner, way smaller. Perfect. Now we can go out of our shape, select the pen tool, and go to the next shape. Now this is the next shape, and draw inside your brush tool, select your brush preset. Maybe we do Shift X and kind of remove the stroke. Okay, and select your brush once more and just give it that look you want, 0.25, and darken it up and start to paint. Perfect. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not going to do too much here. So go out of the shape, select the next shape, go inside, and Shift X, select your brush, select your guy here, and then give it the stroke size you want. Okay, it turned out that I double clicked the brush tool and it brought out this options, but I'm not going to edit anything. I'm just going to continue my painting. Okay, so I'm going to take a darker shade, and then I forgot to change my stroke size, maybe 1.5. Okay, and just draw it out like this. Maybe even 0.1, and draw it out like this. Perfect. I like this guy here. And the next thing is to paint the neck, right? This is the neck, and select your guy and go inside, select your paint brush tool, select your preset, change the size, and start to draw. Right, I want to make this even smaller, 0.15. Okay, and I want to kind of create the shadow beneath the head so that the head will pop out. Okay, maybe something like this. So really guys, you can just use one brush for this. You can use one brush for this for everything. You can use one brush for everything, but in order to add flavor to the whole thing, of course you can use multiple brushes. So I'm just going to sample my color and get a brighter shade and select my brush, give it 0.15 and paint 0.15 and paint. Perfect. Now let's go out of the tool and now let's work on the big guy here. That's the shirt. Okay, so select your guy, go inside, select your pen tool, select your brush preset and change the brush size. Okay, and right away you can start painting. This I'm going to just undo, and I'm just going to start to paint like this. Maybe this color is too shouty, so I'm just going to sample this guy here, Shift X to bring it to the stroke, and just darken the color a bit in B. To go back to my brush tool and choose the size 0.25, and I want something more intense, right? So I'm going to choose this guy here, select this guy here, this guy here, give it 0.25 and continue. So I'm just going to kind of focus on making this part very subtle. It won't be shouty, it's just going to be subtle. Remember, we have it kind of looking subtle at this point. Okay, we even have the bulk of the shadows around here, so I'm kind of making a mistake with my painting, or maybe we can just leave them here and have other ones here also. Not bad. So I'm even going to maybe make this darker, and then paint here also. So this kind of outlines the breast. Okay.
Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. Whether you want to learn a new skill, explore a new hobby, or level up your career, Skillshare definitely has something for you. There are thousands of classes on Skillshare on practically any topic you can think of. You can learn from experts in their fields, watch video lessons at your own pace, and join a community of millions of learners. But wait, there is even more. Skillshare is offering a special deal to our viewers. The first 100 people to click the link in the description below will get a 30-day free trial of Skillshare Premium membership so you can explore your creativity and learn new skills. Click the link below and start your journey with Skillshare today.
So I'm just going to choose this brush here to add flavor to the whole thing. Okay, so we don't just have a specific brush, just one brush. I'm going to I'm going to use my brush here. Okay, just Control Z, and I try to have the bigger ones around here. Perfect. Good. So I like everything green so far. Go out of your shape and select the next shape. I'd like us to work on the breast. So remember, we have breast stroke and then the breast shape. The shape has no stroke. Okay, so it's the shape we are going to be drawing on. To select the shape, go inside, select your brush tool, select your preset, and select the stroke size, and then just I didn't sample my color. Sample your color B, and then paint the hell out of it. Yep. I'm going to be undoing some of the painting here. I don't want them to exceed this part because they will look cut out. So my system is experiencing some slowness, and that's very common when it comes to painting with these kind of brushes. Okay, so I'm just going to take my brush tool and continue painting like I've been doing. Perfect. So I kind of like what we have so far. Select your selection tool, go out of the tool, go out of the shape rather, and we are doing something really good here. And I must say I forgot to paint around this part of the shape, because the hand will definitely be casting shadows on the bodies and it has to reflect here, right? So just double click and go back into the shape, select your pen tool. Since I didn't go back into the shape, so select the shape and double click to go back, select your pen tool. Let's continue painting. I think we need to reduce the size. Okay, let's keep painting like this. Also like this. Maybe we make it even bigger, make the strokes even bigger. Yeah, and this should work, it should suffice. So let's go out of our shape and see what we achieved. Yeah, I kind of like what we have so far. Perfect. Next thing to do will be to select the next shape and go inside, and select your pen tool, your brush tool, Shift X, and darken your color a bit. Okay, and paint, and undo, and just give it a tiny stroke. Just paint, and paint and paint. Let's kind of blend things here. Good. Sorry, I overdid it, and so just dock my workspace back and kind of undo the last one, and yeah, I think I like what I have so far, and I won't do more, or maybe I'll just add one more layer of amazingness. Okay, one more layer of shadows. Okay, so let's maybe choose this other brush and select the guy here, and just sorry, the keyboard is messing up. Select the guy here and just paint around the edges. Okay, to create more shadows. I'll just stop here. I won't go lower because I'll then need to go inside into the body shape to blend it, or maybe I should just do it. Okay, just do it. Okay, so go into the body shape and kind of use the tool here. Sorry. To make it look like this. Okay, so go out of the shape, and yeah, we now have the perfect blend here. So I'm done with the body and the hands. My next target would be this hands here. So select the guy and go inside the shape, and then the brush tool and Shift X and select the paintbrush preset and change the stroke, and yeah, maybe brighten it up or darken it up a bit, and just start messing around with your shape like this. Start painting. Okay, maybe choose this more intense brush. Okay, and perfect. And then I would like to brighten it up. Maybe sample my color and then Shift X, kind of brighten it up like this. So this guy, and maybe we choose the scanty one, and then this one here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the whole thing like this, like what we have so far. So go out of the shape and select the next shape. This is the next shape. I shifted it a bit, so Ctrl Z. So I'm feeling we should work on the second hand. Okay, that's this guy. I think we should work on this guy. So what I am going to do is I'm going to just work on the drawing first. Just going to maybe delete this guy and delete this guy, and select this guy and create the curve like this. Perfect. And select this guy too and create the curve like this. Perfect. And finally, select the guy and go into the shape. Select your brush, Shift X, sample the color and take it, make it darker. And yeah, select your brush and select your stroke size. So sorry guys, I double clicked the brush tool again, and I don't need to double click, so I just okay, and then let's start to draw or to paint, right? Perfect. I'm going to brighten up my color a bit. Brighten up my color. I to sample, Shift X, and just brighten up my color a bit. And blue and B for brush, and just kind of paint here. Sorry, I need to reduce the stroke size. 0.02, and then brush. Maybe make it even more brighter. Okay, and maybe the stroke size to 0.15, and then yeah, see that we're achieving better highlights, right? Perfect. Yeah, and I kind of like what we have so far. So and I kind of feel like darkening this part up more so that we have the highlights kind of in the middle. Okay, so and I'm going to do that right now. So I hit I, select the dark guys here. Okay, sample the dark guys here and hit B for brush to continue painting. I'm going to of course reduce the stroke size 0.15, and then I'm just going to paint around the edges like this. Perfect. So go outside the shape, and yeah, I like what we have so far. Now the next guy is this guy. This is the big guy. So select the big guy, and I can see that we are not able to go inside the shape. It turns out that the big guy is a group. It turns out that the big guy is a group. So let's try to ungroup it and see. Yeah, so now we can go inside the shape. Okay, Ctrl Z. So now we can go inside the shape. So go inside the shape, and then take your brush tool, Shift X, and make the color a bit darker. Okay, and then select your brush, reduce the size, and we can begin painting. Maybe we should make the size bigger. I'm going to undo some of the drawings here, some of the paintings here, and make the size 0.5. Let's see. Yeah, I like 0.5, so we're going to work with 0.5. I'm going to work with 0.5 for now. Maybe we're going to reduce it when we are trying to paint some other more intricate parts, right? going to keep painting. If you like, you can use other brush presets, but I'm just going to stick with this one. Okay, I just want to get this done quickly so the video doesn't become unnecessarily long. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the stroke size because I want to paint places like this. I want to add some shadows in places like this. So I'm just going to kind of add my shadows so as to make this part stand out, right? You get the point. Like what we have so far, and maybe I'll just add another level of shadows. Okay, maybe make the tint darker, make it darker, so as to have better shadows at the edges. Maybe even make it more dark. Okay, just so that the edges can stand out. This. So one other thing, guys, I need to create a clear demarcation between these two legs. Okay, so I need to demarcate them with a more precise brush. So select the guy, give it the color in, and you know what, I think I will just use a smaller stroke size, 0.15, and just kind of do like this. Might not be really perfect because it's interfering with this other part of the drawing, but you know what, we don't have to make it too precise, right? So we can just come towards here, maybe just come towards here and paint. Just undoing. You know what, I'm just going to use my brush here, this brush. I'm just going to use it to I just need to undo for now and change the stroke size, and then select my brush, this stroke size. I'm just going to Just make a subtle, make it subtle. Okay, just make it subtle. I'm just going to make it subtle. Good. I think this will work better. This will work better. Perfect. Maybe we can just build up like this. Build up into these other parts of the leg in a subtle manner. Okay. Perfect. Now we're left with this other part of the leg. So go out of the shape, select the guy, go inside the shape, select your paint brush tool, select this guy here, select your stroke size, and begin to paint. For this one, maybe a little bit of darkness, a little bit of more darkness will do, so as to differentiate this guy from this guy, right? When we do this, we can see that we now have kind of a shadow casting on the leg behind, and that's the kind of effect we should have achieved here, but it's not still bad. Okay, so just select the brush once more. Now let's make the painting more subtle now as we build up to the end of the leg. Okay, we're going to select my eyedropper tool and try to sample one of these brighter shades. Okay, and then brush and paint. Yeah, and I kind of like what we have so far. So go out of the shape and let's do the legs, these legs. Okay, so select the leg, go inside, select the brush tool, Shift X, and make it darker. Select your brush and the brush size and paint. Good guys, so I'm going to leave this one like this. Go out of the shape, select the next guy, this guy, go inside the shape and brush tool, Shift X, make it darker. Select your guy here, give it a smaller stroke size, and just paint. Good. Now we're done with the character. The only parts left are the barks here. So select the guy, go inside the shape, select your pen tool, Shift X, make it darker, and select the brush preset and make this darker. Paint. Maybe even make it bigger, 0.5. Okay, and yeah, paint. We need to make this shadow stand out so that our shape will stand out, right? Perfect. For this next guy, we need to select the guy, go inside the shape, Shift X, make this maybe even darker. Okay, select the paint brush preset and then the stroke size, right? And then brush size. Yeah, do something like this, something like this. Maybe we select the more intense brush, maybe change the size to 0.15 and kind of make more intense painting around the middle shape. Yeah, I like what we have. And towards the end, we can actually make our shape brighter. Maybe sample the bright color, Shift X, then make the shape brighter, make the shade brighter. Sorry, select your guy back, and then give it a stroke, desired stroke. So sorry guys, I tend to keep double clicking the brush tool. Okay, and I don't want to make any changes, so I'll just cancel. Then select your stroke size and then paint. Yeah, paint. Just paint around the edges like this. Yes guys, so that will be the end for this shape. So go out of the shape, select the next shape. With this one, we are going to use the same brush, Shift X, and make the stroke even darker. Select the brush, give it a stroke, a smaller stroke, and then paint. Perfect. Select the selection tool, go out of your shape, select the next guy, and go into the shape, select your brush tool, select your brush preset, select the size for the stroke, and then make this darker, and then paint. It's too dark, so I will just undo and kind of sample my color, Shift X, and then make it a little bit darker, and then paint. Sorry, and then paint. See now my stroke is big now, so paint. Right. You know what? I'm just going to paint all around like this, and then come and darken my color so as to be precise in the middle, and then just select this guy and so as to be precise in the middle, right? This, maybe even reduce my size, and then paint it like this. Good. Now the next one is to work on this last guy, or this last bag. So select the guy, go into the shape, your pen, your brush tool, Shift X, and make the stroke darker. Select your brush. Okay, select your brush, and then select stroke size, paint. It needs to be more intense at the end so as to differentiate it with the white bag. Perfect. Now just go out of your shape, or maybe just brighten the color. Maybe I to isolate to sample, Shift X, and brighten the color up a bit. B for brush, and let's just paint. Perfect. And go out of your shape, select the last shape, and go inside brush, Shift X, darken it up a bit. Okay, select your guy here, use this guy, or maybe even use the smaller one so we can focus on the middle, and just paint in the middle. Paint like this, paint like this, and paint like this. Okay, to sample the main color, Shift X, make it even brighter, B, and paint. Sorry, my stroke size needs to be sorry, I double clicked the brush again. So select, and stroke size needs to be small. When I zoom in, we can see that we're make this 1.5. You can see that we are having some nice highlights here. And basically that's it. I don't want to do too much here. Basically that's it. I docked it out again. I'm just going to dock it in. Okay, now select your shape, or sorry, your selection tool, and go out of your shape. Perfect. Now we're completely done with our character, and we can see the details we've been able to add. Very beautiful shadows and highlights. Now the next thing left is to do the flower vase here and the flowers, and then maybe do that background. And in order to just keep this video short, I will ask you to complete the remaining, so you get the point. And of course you've gotten the steps. You just have to select the guy, go inside the shape, select your brush tool, select your brush preset, change the stroke size, and then paint. Okay, so you then do these leaves, do the leaves, and do the flower vase. Right, so I'm just going to import the one I did with the background. Okay, what I did with the background, so you can see how the background should look like. Perfect. So this is the one with the background. I'm just going to scale it up a bit, and you can see what I did here. I just created this shape, okay, and we had the main background as this color. So you are going to be responsible for creating the shape also, and then just painting in the shape, in the two shapes, right, just like we did here. So all the files will be made available to you, and I would like to see what you can come up with.
Hey, so that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. We post new videos every week covering topics in the fields of graphic design and illustration, motion graphics and video, branding, and more. If you want to support us and get access to exclusive benefits such as the project files we use in our classes, live chat with us, shoutouts, and more, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. You can join for as little as $3 a month, and the link to our Patreon page is in the description below. And if you want to take your learning to the next level, you can check out the complete course, of which this episode is a part of. And in the complete course, you get access to more than 10 hours of video lessons, project files and resources, class exercises, a Q&A section, a certificate of completion, and more. You can get the course for a special discount by using the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.